Let's talk about transaction management, exactly how to file your paperwork, submit your paperwork to your brokerage, especially if you are accessing using SkySlope, then this is the video for you because I'm going to show you step by step of exactly how to use SkySlope forms, SkySlope DigiSign, as well as the transaction platform itself and how to create a transaction. And if you are an eXp Realty agent, whether you're in the US or Canada, this is a platform that you have to get familiarized with in order to leverage this to submit your paperwork for broker review and to get closed and to get paid. So I can't wait to walk you through it. I'm going to share my screen to do that. Stay with me. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam. I am a real estate agent with eXp Realty Brokerage, and I'm also a CRM peer coach with Insight Real Estate. Welcome to my channel, and I share everything to do with real estate marketing, strategies on working with buyer, seller, clients, CRM systems, process, technology, AI, name it. Anything that I'm using in my business and my own experience, I bring it to the forefront here and I share it on this channel. If you're looking to learn more, I highly recommend click that subscribe button, stay connected so that we can learn and grow together. I do want to mention, if you are a new real estate agent looking to join a brokerage, or if you are a real estate agent looking to really level up in your business and you're looking to switch brokerages, I highly recommend you look at eXp Realty and book a call with me. All the information is in the description below. If you're looking to partner with me, with Agent Wolfpack at eXp Realty, all the information is in the description, and all the resources and free resources and training and support you get when you partner with me is available there. You can book a call and learn more, asking any questions you may have. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. So I really appreciate it. So let's talk about SkySlope. I'm going to quickly share my screen and let's talk about this. SkySlope, if you're an eXp agent, if you go to eXp Enterprise and scroll down, you'll find SkySlope right here. And mine has a little Canadian flag because I'm in Canada. So some things may look a little different for you depending on what country, state, province you're at. But if you are looking for more SkySlope training, you are given a training when you come to the brokerage through our orientation. And if you scroll down in Enterprise, you'll see eXp Education Calendar. There is a ton of training, advanced, basic training. There's number of different trainings available for leveraging SkySlope. And if you want more detail, but for the sake of training and for the privacy of people in my database and my own transaction, I want to be very careful how much I show you. So I'm going to keep it high level, but enough for you to understand this is how we manage our transactions here, how we submit paperwork for compliance and paperwork to our broker for review, and what that process looks like, to give you a glimpse into our virtual brokerage. Because I know a lot of people ask, like, how do you do virtual brokerage? All I do is print out my forms, hand it to my broker. If they're a part of a brokerage that does a lot of paperwork, or they submit it by email, everything's different. So I just want to show you exactly how we do it. So once again, you come to eXp Enterprise login, you're going to click on SkySlope, and it's going to take you to this page, SkySlope. They got a little bit of rebrand look and feel. On the right hand, quick action, if you were to click on any of them, it'll take you to SkySlope forms, and this is where you can create, start and create a transaction. It'll ask you kind of questions to guide you in the right directions, to give you the right form. So you can say, I'm looking for a buyer, my client's name is first and last name and their email, or you can import information directly from the MLS of a particular property that you want to create the file for if you're doing an offer. And then how you're going to name the file. Sometimes I put, the first name of the client, and then, dash, I'll put the address of the property depending on what the offer is, because sometimes you might do multiple offers for a property, right? A multiple offer for the client, I mean. And especially if one wasn't successful, and then you'll go to create, and then you can search. Once you've done that, you can search particular you could search particular forms within here, and you can look up forms if you're part of OREA, Ontario Real Estate Association. Depending on what association or realtor board you're part of, you get to access the information. I am in Toronto, Ontario, but just to give you a glimpse of this topic, you can go ahead and click on the form number, or you can click on, if you know the number of the form, or you can even put, the name of the form that you're looking for, say buyer representation agreement, and then it'll come up, and all you have to do is plus add. that, and then it'll get added. So you can add all the forms. Now in Ontario, we have to do the RICO info guide. You want to fill out a buyer representation, the confirmation of cooperation, maybe potentially working with a realtor, although that's optional now, maybe the APS, the agreement of purchase sales. You add all the forms that you need right here. You search them, you add them, and as you start to pull out the ones that you want, you're going to go click next. Now that you've did all the files, I'm going to go have to fill in my, give the authority to make sure that I have the login. Not everyone could use SkySlope forms if they don't have access to the ORIA, and I pay into ORIA and my real estate board. So they're just authorizing me, giving me authorization to use SkySlope forms to get access to their forms. So I'm just going to fill this in again in real time, showing you the process. They just verify my ID and my login information. They sent me a verification code. I'm just going to say, yep, save me. You can even say, remember me for the next 30 days. And then now I have granted access. It's going to take me to the form. Oh, it just said they're just having some server errors, and it's going to take me to the form. And again, for legal purposes, I'm not going to show you how to fill the form. This is the question for your broker. But that being said, or call ORIA or call TREB or your real estate board. I'm part of Toronto Real Estate Board, so I'll call them for help. But most importantly, you can direct those questions, legal questions, compliance related questions, to your board or your broker. That being said, this is just specifically a technology related training. So that being said, now coming back, you can go ahead and click on any of the transaction you have open. I have a transaction coming up that's closing soon. So you can come here and click on the property and the address, whether it's a listing, whether it's a transaction, if you're representing the buyer, or you can come here and click create a transaction. And this is where you are going to fill out the form, choose like I mentioned, you just did the forms, right? So you can come back here and pull up the forms you paid into, because that you filled out, for your offer. And why I love this so much, and that's why actually SkySlope is the system itself. It comes with our brokerage fees. We don't have to pay additional for it, which is great. We only pay $139 a month at eXp Realty plus tax of $157 a month, and we get access to all of these tools, including kvCORE, having your own website, lead generation tools, name it. We have access to it here at eXp, and that's why I'm such a big champion of promoting this brokerage so much. And with SkySlope, and as you know, if you're in Ontario or Toronto or any other province or state, you might have other additional digital signing tools like DocuSign, AuthentiSign, DigiSign. And I wanted to keep all my transaction in one place. I used to use web forms and AuthentiSign, and I used to download them and bring them into SkySlope to submit. And now I fill all my forms out in SkySlope forms, and then I save them, and then I pull them up here for my transaction file. And then I also use DigiSign to sign the forms. And this is super easy. You can create an envelope and then choose the property, or you can just create one without a property. Because sometimes a client, you must have missed the initial and have to go upload the form to get it re-signed, or it might not to do with the property. And so it could be you're just about to show properties to your clients and you just want to put them on a buyer representation and have them sign the RICO info guide if you're in Ontario, for example, and you might just want to click no property. And for me, I have the paid version, of course. There's it's $40, I believe. Don't quote me on this a year. I just paid for it because I just wanted everything to be integrated. You know me, I'm an efficient productivity girl. So for me, everything has to be in one place. Is a big thing for me. So you come here, choose your plan, and pay for it. Yep, there you go. $35 a year. That's it. And I've already paid, so I already have access to this. So I love having people fill it out and use it. And then when it comes to the application itself, SkySlope, when you go to, like I mentioned, you go to create a transaction, you come to a page like this. I love this. This is so easy for me. Every transaction I do at eXp, me having to submit all my paperwork, it's all tracked. I know exactly what to do. It's step by step. It's so easy to do. Even if you're not very tech savvy, you could still come to our brokerage and still get the right support. Look at this. The red asterisks are the information you need to fill in. Those are the required information. So you come in, put the MLS info, it'll populate all the stuff. You put the sale price of the property. If there is a buyer agent, in case sometimes I do, because it's my husband, we're a domestic team here at eXp, I'll add him here. And you can, again, the asterisk acceptance dates, you'll put in your, the checklist type. In this case, if it's, your usual transaction, if it's a buyer, seller, tenant, if it's a lease, etc. Your country, you'll put in the type of representation if it's a buyer, if it's a listing, if it's both, and then the closing date, and then you'll go next. And then once you go to the next, you actually filling out the co-op agent's information, you're filling out your commission information. Again, the form looks similar to this. It gets an asterisk of what is important, red asterisk. And then you go to fill out, eventually you'll get to fill out lawyer information, you'll get to fill out any other agents, co-op agents you are working with if it's a listing. And then once you press submit or click next, it'll give you a place where it'll give you all the list of paperwork and form that is required for this transaction. So you've outlined here that it's a buyer transaction. So now all the forms that are required for you in your market, in your province, because the system knows what real estate board you're with, it'll pull up all the forms that are required. It'll even say applicable for some of the forms, because not all the forms may need a waiver or notice of fulfillment, and not every form, a transaction may require multiple FinTrack forms, etc. And all you have to do is drag and drop your forms. And if you want to leave a note for the staff that is assigned, there's we have hundreds of staff in the cloud. They're assigned to your file. They review all of your forms and they will leave comments for you. I get emails directly in my email saying, "Hey Tharmila, you missed an initial on this page," or "You forgot to fill this out," or "Actually this is incorrect," or "Everything looks good." They'll say completed, and all the completed will be in green, and anything that's in review will be in yellow, and anything that is incomplete or needs to be filled would be in purple. And you'll just go in and fill them out, and then you'll click submit, and then everything looks good. Your broker will review them, and then you get paid when it closes. It's that easy. And then all of your paperwork are given to eXp Realty, your brokerage. Remember, you're just a representative between the client and the brokerage, and all of the forms are legal binding forms and they belong to the brokerage. So you hand that over and everything's tracked and it's all been reviewed. So there's no one coming back to you saying, "Oh, you missed this," because it was reviewed by a staff, and then your broker reviews them. So it's amazing. You have the right support, and which is why I love this company so much, and step by step of exactly why and how we submit paperwork. And within minutes, you can get this done. Mind you, we do have transaction coordinators you can hire. We have staff that you can get access to, as well as virtual assistants. You can take advantage of who are experts and have experience using SkySlope, as many brokerages leverages them now. I recommend you look into it, especially if you are a top producer or producing agent that is getting busy, and you might want to leverage that, because filing paperwork and admin can pull time away from income producing activities and strategies to grow your business that it can hold you back. So I hope this is helpful for you in understanding how to leverage SkySlope, how the transaction management process works from start to finish when you're part of our company at eXp Realty. And remember, every province, every state, all of us, we have different compliance, rules and policies and regulations that we need to follow. So I highly recommend you connect with your broker to make sure you are up to date with all of the right information, making sure you're submitting the right information. But again, I wanted to give you a glimpse into our virtual world, being a smart realtor. What does that look like? And again, guys, I'm in Toronto and I'm partnered with the agents around the world. And majority of the agents that are in my revenue share organization and in my downline at eXp Realty are actually in the States. So I love that we're truly a borderless brokerage, and we're able to work with agents around the world, whether they're in Toronto, whether they're in Oklahoma or Texas or Florida. And so that's the beauty of working with me. And I have a ton of videos in here that shows you a glimpse into what it's like to partner with me and work with me. So if you're a real estate agent and you're looking to find a real estate brokerage and switch brokerages, and are looking to align with Agent Wolfpack, partnering with me, choosing me as your sponsor, you get, again, above and beyond what Mike and Connor and all these people in my upline at eXp gets, that you have access to at Agent Wolfpack. You get additional resources from me, all for free, zero split, when you partner with me at eXp Realty and you become a virtual agent. So you have more time instead of traveling, getting stuck on the Gardner. And if you're in Toronto, you know exactly what I mean by that. And you get to work with me. I hope that was helpful for you. Any questions you have, leave it in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them. And thank you, and I'll see you next time.